Mobili. 10 top-tier SUVs, where luxury meets performance. The new age of ultra-luxury SUVs has stepped in to provide status and performance in a more practical package. People can still go 180 miles per hour in a six-figure exotic, but now they have some headroom and space for passengers or groceries. These big-money, high-performance SUVs are not for folks of average means, because nobody should own a vehicle that costs almost as much as their house. For people with money to burn and who want to make a statement, on the other hand, there are several super luxurious models that are worth every penny. 10. 2024 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. At just over $100K, the 2024 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat is the most affordable high-performance SUV on the list. With a 710 horsepower supercharged Hemi V8, it is also one of the most powerful, making it a bargain in a weird sort of way. Dodge has always packed their trucks and SUVs with features and luxury, so adding an insane amount of power to the Durango makes it a legitimate high-end ride. The premium trim adds around $5,000 to the price, but once the six-figure threshold has been passed, that's pocket change. The top-tier Durango SRT Hellcat comes with an even more luxurious finish and tons of tech upgrades, making it the go-to trim. This might actually be an ultra-luxury SUV for people who can't afford it to consider, because it's awesome, but also destined to be a collectible. 2024 is the last year for the mighty Hemi V8 engine, as well as the SRT Hellcat trim, so this is a historic vehicle. 9. 2024 Land Rover Range Rover. The 2024 Land Rover Range Rover is another top-dollar SUV that has a reasonable starting price, but traveling up the trim ladder gets expensive quickly. The P400 SE base model starts at $109,025, which is doable, but it is equipped with a less powerful engine. To get the 523 horsepower twin-turbo V8, however, requires the P530 Autobiography trim, which runs $167,750, and that's some serious coin. For buyers with more money than they know what to do with, there is the top trim Caramel Edition, that goes for an eye-popping $371,475. Generally speaking, a top trim doesn't usually cost 3 times as much as the base model, but things are different in the land of ultra-luxury. Whatever level is picked, the Range Rover is an opulent ride that does just as well off the road as on, though it would be shocking for someone to take a vehicle that costs almost $250,000 on a rock crawl. 8. 2025 Porsche Cayenne Coupe GTS. Porsche got into the ultra-luxury, high-performance SUV game long before it was trendy, so they definitely have a head start on the competition. The 2025 Porsche Cayenne Coupe GTS may be the finest set of wheels they've ever made, at least in SUV crossover form, and it is for sure the peppiest. With a 493 horsepower twin-turbocharged V8, this is a 12-second dragster with seating for 5. The base model, cleverly named base, actually starts out below the $100,000 mark, but the added performance and luxury features of the GTS make the $131,495 price tag worth it. This is the perfect blend of sports car handling and sports utility practicality on the market. As an added bonus, this is a legitimate SUV, capable of towing 7,700 pounds, so pulling a boat or camper trailer is no problem, even if it would look incredibly absurd. 7. 2024 Mercedes-Benz G-Class. The Mercedes G-Wagon is the vehicle of choice for celebrities and wannabes, as the ultimate urban status symbol. Ironically, none of them will ever take one off-road, but the 2024 Mercedes-Benz G-Class is a serious 4x4, with great ground clearance and heavy-duty off-road suspension. Its boxy, military-inspired design is offset by its leather-wrapped luxury and amenities. Starting off at under $150,000, this ride for the elite is actually somewhat attainable. Even the top-level G550G professional trim is only $167,000, which is a lot for a family vehicle, but not for a completely decked-out high-performance ultra-luxury vehicle. With a 416 horsepower twin-turbo V8, the G-Class has plenty of power for any on- or off-road application, and all the prestige of a high-end Mercedes. 6. 2024 Cadillac Escalade-V. The Cadillac Escalade is the other luxury SUV designed for the A-list, and the 2024 Escalade-V is the best of the best. For being one of the largest SUVs on the market, the Caddy is surprisingly nimble and has one of the smoothest rides in its class. The Escalade-V comes equipped with a 682 horsepower supercharged V8 that turns this land yacht into a speedboat, propelling it from 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds. A base model Escalade Luxury can be had for as little as $83,890, but it's not quite as luxurious or powerful as the $154,420 Escalade-V. The top dog version is slathered in leather and fine materials, plus has all the cool tech including autopilot and self-park. The power, however, is the star of the show with the Escalade-V because everyone from Hollywood superstars to average Jane and Joe wants a ride that looks like a Cadillac, but drives like a Corvette. 5. 2024 Aston Martin DBX. There is no more iconic James Bond car than the specially equipped Aston Martin DB5007 drove in the classic film Goldfinger. After briefly flirting with a Lotus Esprit submarine in The Spy Who Loved Me, Bond has favored Aston Martins throughout the movie franchise. Even though everyone's favorite secret agent was killed off in No Time to Die, the latest Bond film, there is a 100% chance the character will get rebooted, and the odds are just as good that he will be driving a 2024 Aston Martin DBX SUV crossover. The DBX is Aston Martin's first attempt at an SUV crossover, and they nailed the luxury and performance that they put into all of their vehicles. The DBX starts at just over $200,000 and goes up to $248,172 with the DBX 707. Aston Martin actually has a Q customization service, named after the James Bond gadget guy, that allows customers to build any kind of DBX their imagination desires. Unfortunately, there are no flamethrower or ejector seat options, but seemingly limitless luxury and performance add-ons. 4. 2024 Bentley Bentayga. Bentleys are vehicles for royalty and CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, generally driven by someone other than the owners. Now, with the 2024 Bentley Bentayga ultra-luxury SUV, these elites may want to fire their drivers and move to the front seat for a thrilling experience. Bentley took all the luxury and prestige they are known for and put it into a high-performance SUV crossover capable of a sub-12-second quarter-mile. The name Bentayga seems a little weird, but it's in line with naming an SUV after a rugged outdoor location. It's actually a portmanteau of Bentley and Taiga, the world's largest transcontinental Arctic forest. There's little chance that anyone is going to take a $200,000 plus $339,150 for the top trim, ultra-luxury ride out on the frozen tundra, but with 542 horsepower and all-wheel drive, they certainly could. 3. 2024 Lamborghini Urus. Aficionados can argue endlessly about what the best exotic sports car brand is, but the undeniably coolest is Lamborghini. Nothing gets people's attention like a Lambo, and the Italian automaker has extended that wow factor into the SUV crossover segment with the Lamborghini Urus. Not only does this ultra-luxury ride turn heads, it can fit 3 more of them inside compared to a 2-seat supercar. The base model Urus starts at $241,843, but at that price point, buyers should opt for the $273,880 Performante to maximize the awesomeness. The 2024 Urus is actually half a tick faster than the 2023 model, which was already on a Lamborghini level of performance. On top of being a master of the streets, the Urus has some serious off-road cred, with all-wheel drive, adjustable air ride suspension, and terrain-specific drive modes. 2. 2024 Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Nothing conveys wealth like a Rolls-Royce, which is why it is the preferred brand for old money tycoons and Saudi oil sheiks. Thanks to the 2024 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the billionaire class can flaunt their status in an SUV, with enough cargo space to transport gold ingots, priceless art masterpieces, and ancient antiquities. Plus, they can do it in a hurry as the Cullinan's twin-turbocharged V12 rockets the Rolls from 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. This is one of those vehicles where if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. For those with bank accounts that look like the GDP of a small nation, however, the Cullinan starts at just shy of $400,000. Since it would be like buying a suit off the rack, the elite don't want the base model and should opt for the $453,250 Cullinan Black Badge Edition, which is like a 5-star hotel suite on wheels, with 563 horsepower. 1. 2024 Ferrari Purosangue. Of all the exotic ultra-luxury brands that have branched out into the SUV segment, nobody has captured the essence of their sports cars in a crossover like Ferrari. The 2024 Ferrari Purosangue drives and performs identically to their iconic cars and has a little extra room in the interior for family and friends. The Purosangue keeps it old school with a naturally aspirated V12 that cranks out a Ferrari-esque 715 horsepower. Not only is the Purosangue a proper Ferrari performance vehicle, it is loaded with unprecedented luxury, aiming to take on the Rolls-Royce Cullinan and Bentley Bentayga. There is only one trim available for the Purosangue, starting at $398,350, but there are plenty of options, including message seats, that can push it well over $400K. As the ultimate melding of ultra-luxury and ultra-performance, the Ferrari Purosangue is the most expensive SUV that is worth every penny, for those who can afford it.
I hope to inspire you and help you learn more about your favorite theme. Subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think.